Live from San Diego, this is KUSI News.
The Trump administration announced a plan for the government to purchase $200 billion of mortgage-backed securities in an effort to lower mortgage rates and make buying a home a little bit more affordable. Here to talk more about this is our favorite real estate broker, Mark Powell, joining us. Thanks so much for trying to explain some of these high-level details. $200 billion buying mortgage-backed securities. I know it's a little complicated. How would that affect the mortgage market, Mark?
First, just a quick review. When they drop the interest rates, when the Federal Reserve does, that's for your credit cards. The mortgage rates are affected by that. So these mortgage interest rates are backed by securities. So what they're going to do is they're going to essentially buy bundled home loans from the government, from probably Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac. Who's going to actually buy them? I don't know yet. There were some tweets out there about that. But what that should do is drive up the bond rate higher. And when the bond rate goes up, because they're more valuable, interest rates drops. And to give you an example, as we were talking a little bit off camera, if you had a 6.17 interest rate on a $700,000 loan, you're paying about $4,800 a month. You drop that by 1 percentage point to 5.17, you're right around 38. So it's about a $500 difference, which is a lot of money.
Right. So what they're trying to do is bring more buyers into the fold, but that in itself creates a bit of a complication because you bring more buyers, you bring more pressure to the market, and specifically San Diego. And what are we looking at then, Mark?
Double-edged sword. Okay, you're going to drop these interest rates. More buyers in the market, more people can qualify. They start to put offers on homes. Now you're going to start to see the more offers you get, you're going to get higher prices because, you know, sellers might say, well, maybe I can bid these two buyers up against each other and raise my price. So it may have a little bit of a reverse effect in some areas, like San Diego. Sure. If you drop the rates, you get more buyers and fewer listings.
Well, so what is the market, in your estimation, is this a good play for the Trump administration to try to bring down those rates? I know he's trying to force the hand a little bit of the Fed, but it seems like it might be a little out of their hands right now.
Of all the things that they've tried, this is probably the best. Remember, they tried 50-year mortgages. That wasn't as popular. Then they tried mortgage portability. You can keep your interest rate. That didn't fly too well. They couldn't figure that one out. This one has an opportunity to actually help people purchase a home.
So I love the mortgage portability. That would have been a really interesting play, but yeah, that was for more complications. Stepping back and looking at the wider real estate market, it is brand new year. People have dusted themselves off from the holidays. What is the outcome, in your view, of the San Diego market? Is it a good time to buy? Is it a good time to sell? Where is the market sitting in your vantage point?
I've seen an uptick in people putting in offers, and I've seen a little bit of an uptick on people listing their properties. It's kind of normal after the holidays. You have Christmas and New Year's. More people will put their houses on the market. So I do see an uptick. But Jamie, we still come to the big gorilla in the room is there's just not enough homes. We're 90,000 homes short to meet our state qualifications. And they're building homes, but what they're building are apartments. If you notice these massive apartment complexes, yeah, that's great. But that doesn't do good for anybody who wants to buy a house. Like if you want to buy a house, you want to get equity, you want to live the American dream. We're going to create a city of renters if we keep building apartments and not building for-sale condos or for-sale single-family homes.
So you get these big corporations that are building apartments, but they're able to keep the equity, they're able to keep the cash flow, and it's kind of locking out a lot of San Diegans from that dream, where they want to be. Encinitas is blowing up with all sorts of different apartments, but they might not just be those condos.
Absolutely correct. But what that is doing, it's driving down rental costs. So what you're seeing is landlords are now offering incentives. They might give you 1 month free rent. They may not raise your rent if you're currently renting because there's a lot more rental properties out there. So what the goal was to make them more affordable. Yes, rents have come down a little bit. There's more inventory on the market. It's good for renters. But for people who want to purchase, it's still pretty high. We're still hovering around $850 for the median home, and then about $1 million for the average price home.
So what are you telling your buyers, and what are you telling your sellers?
I say, this is what I say, you know, marry the home, date the rate, because if you purchase the home and the interest rate goes down, you're going to be good. You can refinance and lower that mortgage payment. If the interest rates go up, you're going to feel confident that you bought at the right time and you have a good interest rate.
And is it a good time to sell your house? Last quick question.
Oh yeah, it's always in San Diego. It's America's finest city. Everybody wants to be here, so you're not going to have a problem if you want to sell your house. You're going to get top dollar.
Mark, thank you so much as always. Really appreciate that.